everybody, and welcome to a special installment of Qué Golazo and CBS Sports. Today, I have the great honor of speaking with a living legend of the global game, Rangers midfield general Steven Davis. At 35 years young, Steven was a pillar in the center of the park last season as the club romped to the SPL title for the first time since 2011, earning himself the Scottish Football Writers Player of the Year award along the way. And with 126 appearances for Northern Ireland, he holds the record as the most capped UK player of all time. Amazing. And if that wasn't enough, he also began his professional journey at my beloved Aston Villa. I promise we won't get into that. It's all about Rangers today. I had to mention that one. You can watch Steven and Rangers defend their SPL crown, including the upcoming Old Firm derby against arch rival Celtic on Sunday, August 29, exclusively on Paramount Plus. Steven Davis, I'm sorry about the long intro. I had to do it. Such a great pleasure to have you. How are you, my friend?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Steven, let's get going specifically about last season and going into this one. Historic win last season, obviously, since 2011. How are Rangers feeling about defending the title? Do you think it's a tougher job to defend it, or, the other time when you were trying to just snap Celtic's record?
Yeah, it's always difficult to win league titles. You have to be so consistent throughout a season. We know how much it meant to everybody involved with the club and the fans last year. But this club's built on success, and we have to go again. And whenever you are champions, and everybody wants to try and take you off that perch, and that's going to be the case this season. So we just need to keep trying to improve and getting better, and hopefully that'll bring more success.
You know, a certain number of fans are going to be back at stadiums. I know that your title flag day is going to expect it to be full capacity, so Ibrox should be rocking. Obviously, you've experienced what it's like to be without fans, with fans. How does it feel? I mean, it's a stupid question, but I'm sure you're going to tell me. How does it feel to have fans back, just supporting the team?
Yeah, listen, football's about fans, the emotion, everything that comes with it, and us as players, we certainly missed out on that last year. We performed really well on the pitch, but with the success we had last year in terms of winning the title, that was the one thing that was missing. So we're excited for them getting back in, full capacity again, and the energy that they bring to the team. And hopefully together we can go on and have more success this year.
So as this interview comes out, ahead of it, of course, the Old Firm. I mean, an unbelievable match. I've been to some historic games. This is the one that I still need to tick the box, Steven Davis. For American audiences who are just getting into Scottish football, it's going to be on Paramount Plus. Super excited about the history, the culture of Scotland and the game. How would you describe the Old Firm to them? What's it like to play in one?
Yeah, it's intense. I think certainly for your viewers and listeners, I'd advise if you ever get the opportunity to take a game in, because it's really special to be involved in. The whole lead up to the week around the city, you can feel that buzz coming into it from both sides, and then the pressure that comes with the game. But the great games for us as players to play in. You want to play in these situations, and the atmosphere is just electric. So fantastic games.
Listen, Steven, you're learning, obviously, under a manager who also played your position in Steven Gerrard, one of the best to ever do it. You are an experienced midfielder, clearly, but do you think that you've learned anything new under Gerrard? Has it helped that you work under somebody that played your position?
Yeah, he's an icon, especially for a midfielder like myself growing up, as a player that I looked up to. Fantastic ability in every area of the game in terms of midfielder, goal scoring, defensively, his passing range. So now he's been manager, and as I say, it's great to be working under somebody who I've looked up to previously in my career. And I think the biggest thing for me is his drive and the demands he puts on himself to be better every day and on the team. And that's obviously how he was as a player as well, and that's how he got to the very top of the game and stayed there consistently.
Steven, you're a professional, you're a diplomatic. I know that you're being very nice and stuff, but in your playing days, Steven, when you played against him in the Villa days, the Fulham days, the Southampton days, did you ever have any on-field beef? Was it strange first taking instructions, if you remember playing against him? Was it ever rough when you played against him?
Yeah, listen, he was combative midfielder, so it was very competitive. Obviously, he was playing in a strong Liverpool team. I think, remember back to sort of my first season breaking into the first team at Villa. He scored a penalty late on in one of the games. It was the 85th minute, and it was 0-0 up to that point. And I think he scored a couple in the return game at Anfield that season as well. So listen, it was top quality, but for me as a young player coming through and looking up to him, it was a great pleasure to play against him and see how far I still had to go to try and get to a level anywhere close to him. But fantastic player career, and obviously now doing very well in management as well. And it's a pleasure to work under.
Well, I mean, not to take anything away from you, my friend. I mean, ahead of that intro, just the experience that you've had, the amount of appearances, both for a club and nation, absolutely commendable. Let me ask you this. Any ambitions for you to go into management maybe later in your career?
Yeah, it's certainly something that I've considered. At this stage of my career, I'm just trying to enjoy playing as much as possible at the minute, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. But yeah, listen, we all love football. It's been my life for the last 20 years, and I've dedicated to myself that every day. So yeah, hopefully I'll get some opportunities moving forward. I still have to do my coaching badges, and that's something I'll look to do whenever I finish on the playing side. Would you say, Stephen, that Rangers fans are probably the most intense you've ever experienced, or do you think, if you're comparing it to all the teams that you've played, what's it like to be, playing in front of these very passionate Rangers supporters? Yeah, I think certainly from the clubs that I've played for in my career, Rangers is certainly more intense up here. Listen, it's more than just football for people here. It means the world to them, and they just look forward to a Saturday and getting games and going to the games, and the result can be the be all and end all for their week. So obviously, growing up as a Rangers fan myself, I know the pressures that comes with playing for the club, and it's something you have to thrive on if you're going to be successful here. Yeah, well, listen, I'm Peruvian, and I really feel sometimes Peru and Scotland can really relate in terms of the culture and the passion of the game. All right, listen, we're taping this obviously during your attempts to obviously keep going in the Europa League. European football, what does it mean for Rangers, and can you replicate last year's run to the last 16? Yeah, it's huge for the club. We want to play in European competition. Obviously, really disappointment with the Malmo result in terms of getting knocked out to the Champions League, because we had worked so hard to put ourselves in a position to try and qualify for that. But now we're in the situation we are, we have to do our utmost to try and qualify for Europa League again. And as always, you always want to try and keep progressing and doing better than you did the previous year. So that's the card that's there for us this year. Yeah, well, Stephen Davis, a true professional, a true experienced man, one of the most, impressive players I have ever really seen for Villa and now for Rangers. Really, honestly, I wish you the best of luck. Rangers, Celtic, Old Firm, August 29, and make sure that you catch the SBO as well on Paramount Plus and CBS Sports. Stephen Davis, the best of luck to you this season, my friend. Thanks for having me. Hey everybody, I want to thank Stephen Davis and Rangers for joining us today. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Qué Golazo Pod. We're on YouTube, as you know, youtube.com/Qué Golazo. We're on Spotify, Stitcher. Please leave a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. We're on CBS Sports and your CBS Sports app. Keep spreading the word and have a great rest of the week.